Hello everyone, it's Carleen here. Welcome to my channel. Again, thank you so much for all the love that I've been receiving from you all. It's been really beautiful and I appreciate it. Thank you for all the shares, the likes, the subscribes. It's been like overwhelming, big time. It just keeps happening every day I come to check things and go onto my social medias and like people have shared it. I haven't even asked them to share it. I would like to give a shout out as well to somebody who I've been talking to online for a little while here and there. I would like her pictures and comment to her and talk to her. She's a sweetheart. Her name's Alicia. She was actually a mum from MTV's Teen Mum UK. And I didn't even ask her, bless her, and she shared that on her story as well and told everyone to come and watch my amazing journey, is what she said. God bless her for that, because she didn't need to. And she has got quite a big platform, actually, to be fair, considering she's been on MTV and on television. And she was one of the people who shared without me even asking her to. So I really appreciate that. Thank you, Alicia, so much. You're such a sweet girl. And I was always a fan of you on the show anyway. That's why I followed you. So thanks a lot. Please, everybody, continue to like and subscribe. Show your friends. As I said before, your friends may be going through this as well at home. And a lot of the time, this sort of thing, people don't really speak about greatly. I wouldn't say they're embarrassed. I just feel like they, again, as I've said in the past, they don't want to burden other people with their problems. And also, it's one of those things, it's not really something people talk about. I think that's why I'm so glad I've done this. Like, I'm so glad. It actually makes me happy too. It actually helps me to say this stuff to you all, to give you a little insight into my life, because with my social media, I've always been very open. I always speak a lot about a lot of things. I've never been embarrassed. And I've had people in the past tell me, why have you said that on there? Why have you said this and why have you said that? And I've said, well, why not? Get me? Like, people who know me know I'm a realist anyway. So me saying whatever I've said online, what if you know me, you already know that anyway, so it shouldn't be an issue. But yeah, I've always been open. I've got nothing to be ashamed of, and this life is a beautiful life, and why shouldn't I share it? I've had nothing but beautiful messages about sharing and what I've shared so far, and I will always be grateful. People popped up who I haven't spoke to for so long and said, wow, like, Carleen, I didn't realise you was dealing with that, or whatever. And it's only because it's funny, because it's like, in my life, as I've just said, I'm very open about a lot of other things, but like, this is the one thing I haven't been. It's so strange. Like, now I've just literally sat here and thought about it. Like, I never really greatly talk about this. So when people have popped up and been like, wow, I didn't know you was dealing with this and etc., like, well done to you for speaking out about it. Like, I've just realised, literally, like, only my close friends I talked to about it, because they obviously already knew Deshaun was like this. So obviously I'm open with them, but anyone else I just don't speak about it. But it's been in the past year or so, I've been more open about it, because again, I'm not embarrassed. There's nothing to be embarrassed about. My child's just living in a magical world that we all have to abide by, pretty much. What he says somewhat goes. Like, here's me thinking I'm a boss woman and all this lot, but actually he does rule me quite a bit. And you know what? I don't actually mind sometimes. But as he's getting older, I have to nip that in the bud a little bit, because he's like, he knows what he's doing a little bit, I think. So yeah, thank you for all the love. I appreciate it, ma'am, greatly. And yes, please, when I put these videos up, I really appreciate if you shared on your Insta stories, and even if you've got Facebook, like, share it on there. I have no problem with that whatsoever. If anything, that's even better, because they're bigger platforms that people who probably live a life that I do can see it. So yeah, if you have Facebooks, put it on there. I have no problem with that at all. I'm not on Facebook, so if you have it, I'm fine with that. And also, your Insta stories, please share it on there. I don't expect you to share it on your actual profile. I don't expect you to go that far, but your Insta story is fine. And yeah, so thanks again. So today, I've got my little notebook here. So, because I get a bit muddle brain sometimes, I'm always thinking 100 miles an hour. So I don't want to forget what I really want to speak about. And today, I'm speaking about bad days. because, you know, as I say, I'm not greatly open about a lot of things. So in pictures, you only see me and Deshaun and Dante smiling, you know what I mean, happy and stuff. And clearly that is not the life that we live. We're not always happy. We have our down days. I have my down days. I'm sure Dante does, as an older sibling of a child with special needs. His little brother, he having to deal with it every day. Dante deals with as much as I deal with. Do you understand? So I always make sure I check up on him too, make sure he's okay, because it's not just me living with it. Us three live in this house together. And whatever I deal with when I'm stressed, I sometimes forget a little bit that actually Dante could potentially be feeling stressed too. And when I'm having my down moments, I don't always ask, are you all right, Dante? I'm too busy stressing because I'm stressed out. And while Deshaun's there having his meltdowns and stuff, I'm just stressed out about that. So I'm not always checking on Dante. So I've started to do that a lot more, because I think that I forget myself a little bit sometimes, which is, I think, like natural because of what I've got to deal with. But yeah, please, other mums, like, please check on the other siblings as well, please, because just saying, are you all right, mate? Like, it goes so far. It really does. And Dante, God bless him, such a sweet boy, and he'll always say he's all right. So I'd never know if he really wasn't. Yeah, because he'd just, to make me happy, he'd say, yeah, I'm fine. So, you know, I think it's important that you definitely check on the other siblings, because it's not easy for them either. And as I say, if you're living in houses together, they have to deal with it too. When your child's having meltdowns, they're there having to deal with it as well. Us three are always together 24 hours. So it's like, that must get to Dante a bit too. So please just check on the other children as well. But yeah, with Deshaun, a bad day can consist of him literally screaming all day, like getting upset, being upset about every little thing. Like, I couldn't even tell you what. It's just anything. Like, he could just be really emotional that day. But then when he's been emotional that day and you're trying to like console him, he's not having it. Like, it just, his little brain, he's too busy in that world of upset that he can't calm down. So it's always, you know, literally gut wrenching screams, like hitting. Like I say, he does hit. Me and Dante are always onto him when he hits, saying nice hands and all that lot. You know, he'll hit, you know, he lays on the floor kicking and screaming and all like that. And when you've heard that for like gone an hour, it does get you a little bit. I'm never going to lie on my videos. I'm always going to tell you the truth. And you do get fed up, you know. I'll come up to my room and have a little cry and be upset for a little while. Then I'll come back down and soldier it out because I've got no choice. And stuff like that. So yeah, you know, it's just a constant discomfort. Like, he'll be down a lot. He absolutely hits out and screams, and not to be cruel sometimes, but I find myself trying to like ignore. That might not sound nice to somebody listening when your child's got additional needs and you're ignoring them, but I don't mean it like that. What I mean is, when he's screaming like that and he's hitting you and all that lot, I think to myself, let me just sit here and look straight at the telly and just not acknowledge what he's doing, and maybe he'll stop. You know, like, just to see what he does. And I will say in that moment, no, Deshaun, please don't hit mummy. You don't hit Dante. Nice hands. As I've said before, just put a firmer voice on. But I don't scream at him. I just put a firmer voice on. And eventually he will stop it, and then he does come for a cuddle. Like, he will say, sorry, mummy, like that. Yeah, he just make me laugh. And he'll say, sorry, mummy, and he'll come and hug me and kiss me again and again. Please, I know this sounds cruel, but when he's hugging me, I won't hug him back in that moment, because I don't want him to think that his behaviour beforehand was okay. Do you know what I mean? So when he comes for a hug, I won't hug him instantly. I won't do that. I will wait for a few minutes, and then he'll like get my hands and pull my hands around him. It's so cute. I'm trying not to laugh because I'm trying to be stern, you know. And he'll like grab my hands and pull my hand onto him, and he'll be kissing me, and he'll pull my face that way because I'm trying to keep my face straight. He'll pull my face that way and like kiss me. And then when I'm ready to, yeah, I will then respond and give him a cuddle and give him a kiss, and then he's fine. Okay, but that's that time, and then it will happen again, and then that's how some of the days go. Yeah, so again, at the end of the day, I'm absolutely drained, like drained. And like I say, I have moments where I just need to come upstairs and have 5 minutes, so I'll come and sit in here in my bedroom and I'll say, Dante, just watch him for a minute. Dante's like fine with that. Dante's good with him too, so he'll sit there with him. And then before you know it, Deshaun will be occupied, and Dante will help with that. And we make it better. In this life, you have to find your own ways of dealing with things, because there's no right or wrong way. Like I say, I do the ignoring thing for a few minutes. No, I'm not ignoring him all day, obviously. It's just a few minutes, just so he understands in that moment what you're doing is not okay, and you have to pack it in. Yeah. So I don't acknowledge him for that moment, and then afterwards, like, I will start to give him cuddles and stuff like that. But I find that important, as I've said before, and I think it's important to say, you have to deal with this the only way that you can and find solutions, but don't be too harsh with them. Yeah. You don't want them to be worried or scared. That's not your aim, and that's not mine for Deshaun. But I need him to actually know in that moment that you cannot do that. Because again, as I've said before, there's rules in this world you have to follow, and I wouldn't want him to go outside and do that. Hey! Hello! It's half term, by the way. I'm so sorry. He looks really rough right now. But I'm going to sort him out. Yes. Yes, darling.
It's a whistle. Use the gas at blow.
What are you talking about?
At blow.
Okay, right, darling. Right, listen, let me put your hair up. So sorry, guys. I told you, these videos are non-edited. They are what they are, and we cool with that. Aren't we, little boy? Do you want to quickly say hello to everybody? Give me this. Come. What do you say? Hi, guys.
Hi, guys.
You lovely boy, aren't you? Kiss mummy.
Kiss mummy.
Mwah. I love you, darling. Give me my hanger back. Give it to me.
Oh, my.
Right, go to Dante then. Good boy. I'll see you in a minute. Right, shut the door then. Good boy. Okay, yeah, it's half term, guys. So this is what's going on. Okay. What was I even saying? Yeah, just learn your own ways of dealing with things. At the end of the day, there's no right or wrong way, but you have to figure it out yourself. But just like I say, don't be too harsh with them, because they don't fully understand what they're doing or what they're going through. And you just have to do the best you can. I tell you what as well, I was watching this programme one time on BBC One, and there's an interviewer called Louis Theroux. He's really good. He does really good documentaries about prisons in America and things like this. Yeah, he's so good. Anyway, I came across his programme one day, and it was about an American autism school and American children with autism who go to this special school. I swear to God, this school was absolutely amazing. I need to tell you about it quickly, right? So, because the point I'm going to get to is one of the mums in this program I need to talk to you about. So basically, it was a school in America. I don't know if it was the only autism school in America. I can't remember now, but it was incredible. Like, all the kids were so cool. Like, they were making me laugh. They're so brilliant. The way they act and the things they come out with, honestly, it's just so natural to them, and it becomes natural to you. Like, the things Deshaun comes out with, like, I know he's got echolalia, so it's a lot of what he hears. He's got immediate echolalia, by the way, so anything he hears, he'll copy it straight away. And yeah, a lot of them were coming out with stuff, and they were just cracking me up. And they were brilliant, and their parents were amazing too. Anyway, this particular high school, it was a high school because they were grown, and in the hallways, I swear to God, they had like created places in the outside world. So down this hallway, you'd go down this massive hallway, and there was like a bank there with a proper working bank in there. Like, they built it so that when these autistic teenagers grow up and go into the real world, they know how to use a bank. Next door was a factory in case they got factory work. and they knew how to pack the stuff. It was amazing. I've never seen anything like it for a school. So that it had a proper working bank in there, so they knew how to use their cards, type numbers in, ask for particular things. Yes, darling. Thanks so much. Right, go to Dante then, yeah? Mummy's doing this quickly, all right? I love you. Oh, he's not very happy about that. He's getting upset. Okay, I'm going to quickly say this. So basically, the school had like a proper working bank in there. It had, what was the other thing? It had a factory, so they knew how to pack goods and put it on top of the real thing that the factory's products go along, and it had that in there. There was something else it had in there as well. Oh, a supermarket. You went down the hall, there was a proper built supermarket they built in there, like a mini one. And so they knew how to count their money, use cash to pay the person and to, you know, sort their shopping out. It was just amazing. Never seen a school like that. I wish I had one in England. It was so cool. And yeah, the students got on so well there as well. Like the teachers were amazing. But one of the parents, right, it was where Louis went to a house, and one of the parents had a son with autism, but it was like high level of autism, like where he would like attack her and stuff like that. And her way of dealing with him, she would put boxing gloves on him, like these. Either she had boxing gloves or special gloves, whichever one she had at the time to put on. She'd cover his hands up though, no matter what, because he would hit things, break things, hit her, and hit her fella, stuff like that. She'd always have the earphones on them. Sometimes children have the little mini earphones, yeah, because all their sensories, the sounds are too loud and stuff. He'd have those on, and he'd be this. I think he was non-verbal as well, so he couldn't greatly talk, so he'd make sounds and shout like in his sounding noise and stuff like that, sounding voice, should I say. And her way of dealing with him when he had his meltdowns was to hold him down on the floor. And watching it, it was like, oh my God, what's she doing? I can't even lie to you. I did judge in that moment. And the reason I judged is because I couldn't see myself holding Deshaun down on the floor. However, that was her way, because that's all she knew how to do to calm him down. And it would work after a period of time. It just scared me that she was doing that. Do you know what I mean? And I remember I messaged my brother and I was like, have you watched that program? Carl was like, yeah. And he told me about it, I think, actually. And I said, oh, I've just watched it. Like, and I said, what about that mum who was holding that her son down like that? I didn't like that. And then Carl was like, well, look what she had to deal with. Like, you know, he was like, it was not easy for her. Like, that's probably all she knew how to do, like, with what she's dealing with every day, because it was constant. He was constantly acting like this all the time. And in that moment when he said that to me, do you know what? I felt awful, because I thought, Carleen, you're actually judging her for her way, and you're sitting there hoping no one judges you for your way. And I just felt so awful. I thought, I'm doing what I hope other people wouldn't do. The reason I was doing it though, and I have an explanation, is because again, I have a child like this, and I couldn't see myself holding him down on the floor like that. It was the way she was holding him down, laying literally her body on top of him. And I was like, it just didn't. The thing is, and this poor lady, I'll be honest with you, her face was completely sad. When Louis was interviewing her, she was just like this, completely miserable, no expression other than misery on her face, right? And I thought, God bless her. And by the way, she got no help from anyone, no government help, in the sense of like someone giving her a respite. She got no help at all. It was 24 hours with her boy like that. And like I say, all throughout the day he was doing that all day long. And she would lock him in his bedroom as well. That was another one. And I was a bit like, lock him in his bedroom, like he might hurt himself in there. But again, I felt bad for thinking these things against that mum, but I just didn't think. And now I'm really thinking about it, that wasn't fair of me, because I think, well, she had a lot going on. Like, I have a lot going on, but not like that. Not like that. And I did feel bad after that. And as I say, with her not getting any help as well, like, wow, that is not easy. I mean, Deshaun's had his days where I tell you what, he would sometimes take his nappy off and smear poo everywhere. Yeah. And I mean everywhere. Like, I remember I was flipping, what was I doing? I think I was running his bath one day, and I was upstairs running the bath. Again, he's okay for a few minutes, you know what I mean? he's only took his nappy off. So when I've come downstairs, Dante's like, Mum. I've come down and there's poo. And I mean, it's all over I've got cream sofas. Just so you know, cream. And there's poo all over them, poo all over my wallpaper, poo all over my side, poo everywhere. And I was just like, oh. Do you know what I mean? Cleaned it all up, said to Deshaun, you don't do that, blah, blah, blah. But this is what I mean. These are the little things I have to deal with. Do you understand? And it's like, people don't realise how much these down and bad days can be. Like, they are a lot. It's not easy. And it's just, these are the things I don't tell people. Do you understand? I'm always happy Carleen, and like making sure everyone else is all right. And do you know what I mean? Like checking everyone all the time and like this and that. But you would never know that. You'd never know I had down days sitting in my bedroom crying. You'd never know that like I have days where he has moments like that, where he does things like that. Or like I said in the video before, he breaks my stuff. You would never know none of that because I don't tell you. But you know what else? No one asks. And there's another thing, you know, please ask and check on people, man. Please ask and check how your friends are. Because even though mums like myself will turn around and say, oh, we're fine, just get more a bit in depth, ask them, well, how's your day going? What's gone on? Because maybe if you said, how's your day going? I'd probably open up and say, well, Deshaun's done this today and blah, blah, blah. But no one asks. No one asks. And this is the thing, like, in these times that we're in right now, asking if someone's okay goes a long way, honestly. Just asking them words, you're okay, goes so far. You know what I mean? And, you know, honestly, it's all I do. It's all I do is sit and ask people, how are you doing and stuff like that. And then there's some people I haven't spoke to for a while, so I think, oh, I don't know if I should message them or not, because they might think, what's she want? You know, when someone randomly pops about the blue and asks you, you know, stuff like that, I think, are they thinking I'm being nosy, like, or something like this? But I'm genuinely not. You've literally just crossed my mind, and I've said, and sometimes I'll message people and say, oh, you crossed my mind today, how are you? So they know, because I get random thoughts sometimes, and people do genuinely cross my mind, so I think, oh, let me just check on them, you know? But please check on people, man, especially people who you know have got children with special needs. Please just check on them, and don't just say, how are you? Say more, talk to them. They might need that moment to just lock off from their life and just chat to you, chat to an adult. You know what I mean? I'm here with my kids all the time, and during this lockdown time, that's all I've been, is home with my kids. Please check on these mums, please check, you know, because an adult conversation is so nice. Oh, it's so nice, you know. To have an adult conversation is such a beautiful thing. You take it for granted, trust me. So, you know, it's things like that. But I always like to come up with a solution in my videos sometimes for the mums. And one of them I would say is, please just occupy the child. You know, when they're having their down days, it's not to give in to them, but it is to help them, because you don't want them in distress. So please just like give them stuff that they're usually used to and need, or even get some paper out. Get some felt tip colours. I go Poundland and grab Deshaun felt tips all the time, because eventually, because I said he's a chewer and that, and he destroys stuff, they get bitten eventually and ruined. Go Poundland, they're £1. Get a big pack of felt tip pens, a pad with thick white pad like that of white paper, like that's £2. There you go. Deshaun will draw for ages on that book. He'll draw on each page. Like, yeah, he'll draw the tiniest thing and waste a whole page and flip to the next one. But so what? That's what he wants to do. Let him crack on. But that's £2 and you've occupied your child for hours. That's it. Just grab little things like that. Deshaun likes things for his hands, for his sensories, his touch. So you can get them little squidgy balls. I go in Wilco, grab some of them squidgy balls that he likes to have. Sometimes when you bounce them, they're glittery and stuff like that. Little stuff like this. Give them their snack, their drink, put their program on. Give them everything you can possibly give them. Tablet. This is what I do for Deshaun. So when he has his moments, it will stop for a period of time where I can have a breather, and I give him stuff like that. And it's okay then. You know what I mean? Just think about these things that can make life easier for all of you, and also help your child who's distressed, because you don't want them to be like that. It's so sad when they're like that. It's so upsetting. So yeah, that's my video for today, guys. Please continue to like, subscribe and share, and press the notification bell so you will be the first to see my videos when they're uploaded. Thanks again so much. Sorry about the shine running in and out, but it's like I've said before, and I'll continue to say it. My videos will always be unedited. You're always going to see the reality of it. If I stumble over my words, if the shine like you come running in, whatever, you're going to see it all. It's all going to be real. I'm never going to edit anything. I'm never going to remove anything. It is what it is. So I love you guys. Stay kind to each other. Check up on each other, please, and see how your loved ones are and your friends are. And please take care of yourself. It's hard times right now. It's really difficult in this world, and it's really sad at the moment. I've had some bad news today. It's just, I don't know, man. So yeah, but just try and stay upbeat as well. You know, as best you can. Just do what you can for yourself. And mums, please take a breather when you can. You know what I mean? I know it's difficult. If you go and sit and read a book by yourself for a minute, if your child's younger, depending on how they are, if they're having a nap or whatever, you know, I don't know about you all, but deshaun is still at school. We're in half term right now, but deshaun's still at school, which gives me a breather during the time he's still at school. Because obviously with his autism, his work can't be done at home, so he still does it at school. So while he's at school, I have a breather. So that's been great. And it's also helped him being at school, actually, because it's given me a chance to because obviously I have to wake up with him in the mornings, don't I, to take him off to school. So that gives me a chance to get up, sort my bedroom out, you know, do any jobs I need to do, get washed, get dressed, motivate myself. So that's really helped me, him being at school. Because last March lockdown, when he wasn't at school, I did struggle a little bit pulling myself out of bed. You start to get down, do you know what I mean? As I say, my oldest is incredible, so he helped me with deshaun a lot last March when I just needed to have a breather, and I was struggling to get up and stuff like that. But like now, him still being at school has really, really helped a lot. So I'm so glad he's still at school, because it keeps his routine going. It keeps him super happy. He loves being at school anyway, and also it helped me get up and get motivated. So yeah, it's been great. But I love you lot, and take care of yourselves, and I will speak to you soon. Let's see what next video is going to be, because I think ahead, I can't help myself. So the next video is, so today's obviously Friday. So this Sunday, February 21st, it will be deshaun's birthday, and he's going to be 6. So the next video will be deshaun's birthday gifts, and I will be explaining what I got him and the reasons behind it. Okay, so thank you so much, and I will speak to you soon.